Hi there! Come rain or shine, whatever the weather in this lovely August, stay inside and play games. It's not like you're wasting your life away, and what better way to do so than by possibly playing any one of these 5 games you may have missed on Steam. Let's start not going outside with this asymmetrical 3v1 game of tag. In Bail or Jail, a single monster chases down 3 humans in order to secure them in a holding cell. It looks like a family-friendly isometric take on the Dead by Daylight series, and while the concept is simple, each team's special abilities complicate things a tad. For example, the monster can track your footprints and even clip through walls, amongst other things. And the human team has a lantern they can use to stun the monster if it gets too close. While it does have a single player component, Bail or Jail is probably better played with friends, either online or locally. This retro-styled beat-em-up is loosely based on the 14th century Chinese novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which is something called a book, but I wouldn't know because I can't read. But don't expect a blow-by-blow retelling of the age-old masterpiece. River City Saga inherits the comedic tone of earlier River City games, like River City Girls, while adding some RPG elements and quite a bit of freedom when it comes to your playstyle. Adding character advancement and a complex narrative to a beat-em-up might sound dangerous, but the pixel art is charming, and if nothing else, the music will keep you hooked. Now this game looks interesting. In Hellpie, you'll play as a demon of bad taste who's enslaved an angel with a chain, which ends up acting as a jumping mechanic in this 3D platformer. And if your problem with classic 3D platformers was that they're not filled with enough toilet humour, Hellpie has come to the rescue. It definitely looks like a competent modern 3D platformer in the vein of a Hat in Time or the recent Cow the Kangaroo revival, with humour something more akin to Conker's Bad Fur Day. Expect vomit, gratuitous violence, nudity, and oh yeah, some running and jumping too, I guess. Hazel Sky is a narrative-driven adventure about Shane, a young man sent to a distant island to train up as an engineer. If he fails to qualify as an engineer, he'll be banished from his homeland, which seems pretty harsh, but it's a game, the stakes need to be high, people. You see, Shane's home is on a floating airborne island, so he'll have to use his engineering smarts to get back. On paper it sounds quite miserable, but you know, sad is happy for deep people. Hazel Sky is shooting for something more melancholy and meditative as Shane struggles with his desire to pursue more personal goals in the face of an understandable fear of never returning home. On a lighter note, it wouldn't be a 5 Steam games list without some sort of medieval game, 2D action game, or some kind of simulator management game. How's about all in one? Realms of Magic has been in early access for a few years, but the 2D action RPG has just launched into 1.0. Basically, it's a fantasy take on Terraria and Starbound, with more than a whiff of It Lurks Below too. Set in a pixelated open world, you'll choose your race and then the choice is yours. Do you want to kill a bunch of stuff and watch the numbers go up just like Diablo? Or would you rather prefer to build and nurture a farm, gather resources, and make friends with imps? It's fairly open-ended and looks like a game you could sink hundreds of hours into. And those are 5 games you might have missed on Steam. There's quite a span of different genres here this week, so have a think about what mood you're in, and otherwise back to your normally scheduled program. I've been Maheen Kasoor. See ya!